Hi everyone, this is Sarvesh here and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about something really very interesting, something which is very close to my heart with respect to the stock markets and also somewhat controversial. Now, why do I say controversial? Because it touches upon a subject which many people are not able to become comfortable with, which many people do not understand. Uh, and that subject is the subject of astrology. Now, I have been learning, teaching, studying astrology for, I guess, the last 10 years. And I've been extensively researching on the work of W.D. Gann. W.D. Gann was an American mathematician. Uh, he was one of the first persons in the world to study the connection, to study the relationship between uh, the astronomical and the astrological events and the stock markets, the financial markets. Now, I'm not going to talk much about the astrological part per se. And as I said, not many people are able to comprehend it. You need a particular kind of receptivity, you need a particular kind of sensitivity, openness to understand astrology. Otherwise, it just remains something, that I believe in astrology or I don't believe in astrology. So astrology is not about believing or non-believing. It is about uh, studying. It's about understanding and experiencing. So I'll not talk much about uh, fancy things here. The simple idea that I'm going to put across in this video is whether there is any connection, whether there is any relationship between the moon phases, the moon cycles, and Nifty. So when I talk about markets, I'm going to refer to our favorite index in India, that is Nifty. Now, guys, before I proceed, let me give a disclaimer. This video is not to induce you to trade using moon cycles. This is not an investment advice. I'm not a SEBI registered advisor or an analyst. So exercise discretion, own up your profits, own up your losses. And I think you need to be, as a matured person, learn how to own up things, how to take responsibilities for your decisions. So this video is not an investment advice. It's just an idea which I extensively use in my trades, in my investments, and I thought of just sharing it with you. Now, again, this is not my creation, my invention. Uh, Maybe you have already uh, gone through a few content which talks about the connection of the moon phases and the Nifty. Please do your own research. This is just uh, to make you aware of what is possible beyond your standard way of analysis. So let me begin. The idea is very simple that I want to put across, and it is that Nifty tops. It tops up on a new moon. Now, what is new moon? In India, we call it Amavas. Okay, Amavas ki Raat. It's a no moon night when you can't really see the moon. Okay, so I'll say it as a zero moon day, right? And at the fag end of it, the other extreme of it, we have full moon, which is called as Purnima, Poonam ki Raat, etc. Okay, in the vernacular. So on a full moon night or on a full moon day, whatever, you can see the moon in its in its entirety. It's not just a part of it that you see and the rest you are unable to see from. And I'm saying seeing, I'm saying from on the planet that we are living on, that is Earth. So there are two extremes: no moon, which is called as Amavas, and full moon, which is called as Poonam. Now, the idea is Nifty tops on new moon day and it bottoms down on a full moon day. Now, again, a disclaimer. I'm not teaching you or sharing with you a holy grail. I'm not saying that, this will always work 100% of the times. That is not my contention. So please do your own research. And as I said, uh, take the responsibility for your actions. But this video will be a good learning experience. So the idea is Nifty tops on the new moon, on the Amavas, and bottoms down on a full moon day. You can also try this on stocks. You do your own research, you do your own back testing. It also works on Bank Nifty. I personally trade Bank Nifty using the moon cycles. But then again, you need to see what works for you and what doesn't. So this is just a knowledge sharing with you, and you can explore it according to your own preferences. Now I'll take you to a website called as timeanddate.com. So if you can see, you can set the date, you can set the location. Now, so far as astrology is concerned, and when we talk about Vedic astrology, it is more geocentrical. It is also topocentrical, which essentially means the astrology works based on where you are located. It's not only about time, it's also about the space, the location where you stay. So you can choose the location from this website wherever you are. I've selected Pune because that is where I am right now. So it's from Pune that I'm experiencing or witnessing the moon cycles right now. Okay, I'm not going to talk much about, although I'm always tempted whenever when I start talking about astrology, I feel that I should share a lot of things with people, but I don't want you to be overwhelmed with that. We'll talk only about the essentials. Okay, so go to timeanddate.com, choose from the menu moon phases. All right, now select the year. We are in 2023. Once you click on go, you will see all the dates on which we are going to witness the new moon and the full moon. We of course have the first quarter and the third quarter of the moon phases, but right now not relevant for this video. So I want you to focus only on the new moon column and the full moon column of 2023. Let's start with okay, the first full moon in 2023 was on 7th Jan, but I'll start with 22nd Jan. So the new moon was on 22nd Jan and the full moon was on 5th of Feb. Let me take you to the charts of Nifty. Now I'm using tradingview.com because there is a built-in indicator called as moon phases. You can go to the indicators, you can select moon phases and you will find the indicator which has been automated here. Now I can go to the settings. Sorry, I'll just remove everything else. Okay, this is the curve of the US bond yields, which again I regularly follow, but right now not relevant. So I will hide it. Four seasons again I'll hide. Moon phases, you can go to the settings, you can choose the color. Now for the waxing moon, I have chosen black, and for the waning moon, I have chosen red. Okay, it looks like pink though, but it is a red color. So I'll say black and red. So black is your no moon and red or pink is your full moon. I'll start with the first date of 2023, which is 22nd Jan. I'll go to the charts, 22nd Jan, right? So you can see the dates over here, right? Where I'm pointing right now. So 22nd of Jan, 22nd of Jan. So on 22nd of Jan, maybe the markets were closed. So you have to look at the next day. So my dear friends, when it comes to moon cycles or any pressure date or any indicator in which you use astrology, okay, how astrology works is you also have to consider a date prior and the day later, okay, to our pressure date. This is called as the pressure date. So 22nd of Jan was the pressure date where there will be some market movements. It was a new moon. So if the markets are closed on that date, you can either have a look at the previous date or the next date. Okay, I choose the next date. So 23rd of Jan. So instead of 22nd, I will take you to the candle, which was a doji candle. You can see a small doji candle here. Okay. So this is 23rd of Jan. And what's the idea? I'll take you back to the idea, the concept. Nifty tops on the new moon. So you can very clearly, evidently see that after 23rd of Jan, which was a no moon, 22nd, 23rd was a no moon, new moon. After that, you can see the crash happening. Okay, so between the dark moon, no moon, and the Purnima and the full moon, you can see this is the waxing phase. The size of the moon becomes bigger, so to say. So as the size of the moon becomes bigger, the Nifty crashes. Okay, now, okay, you might say, okay, this is just a coincidence. Well, I don't want you to believe or disbelieve this. I want you to backtest it. I don't want you to fall into the trap of, okay, is this a scientific way? Is it non-scientific way? Is it a pseudoscience? Guys, don't fall into that trap. Just see if it works. If it works, use it. If it doesn't, just discard it or just don't use it. Don't go on saying, oh no, astrology doesn't work, or yes, it might not work for you. But don't ever use the words like, okay, I don't believe. I don't believe in something. I believe in something. Both are wrong approaches. Both are actually unscientific. Okay, so this is a little bit of the philosophy which I personally use, and I never regret it, and I never regret, and hopefully I will never regret using this philosophy. So see what works for you. Let's back test. Scientific approach is all about testing. It's not about believing or not believing. All right. So you can see the market from 23rd of March, sorry, 23rd of Jan till I think the full moon is on 5th of Feb. Let's check what happens on 5th Feb. Again, on 5th Feb, the markets were closed. So let's go. I'll not go on 3rd Feb. I'll go on the 6th Feb. On 6th Feb, you can see full moon, the red one. And what do I see after that? Again, from 6th of Feb till the next dark moon. The next dark moon is on 20th of Feb. Here it is, 20th of Feb. What do I see? Right, I'm just demonstrating it to you. This is not to convince you that astrology works in the markets. Not at all. I'm not convincing you anything. I'm just presenting an idea. I'm just demonstrating things to you. You are the best. You are the best person, and your situation is where you are, and you need to assess whether it works for you or not, whether you are comfortable with this or not. I'm just going to demonstrate it what I see. So I can clearly see at almost 2.5% increase, 2.5% upswing in Nifty between the full moon night and the no moon night on 22nd, between 22nd Jan to 5th Feb, and between 5th Feb to 20th Feb. Okay, you can clearly see the swings. It's clearly following this rule. Again, I'll need to say this again and again. This is not a holy grail. I'm not saying this will always work, but you can check out. I find that it works almost 70, 80% of the times. In some years, maybe in 2024, it might work only 60% of the times. In 2023, it was working for 80% of the times. Now, guys, when it comes to trading and investments, it's not important whether you are right or wrong. What is important is, are you enough right? Are you right enough number of times vis-a-vis your wrong calls? Are you able to beat your wrong side, and are you able to create wealth when you are right? Okay, you will never be 100% right, or you will never be 100% wrong, and that's where risk management, money management, psychology, etc. comes into picture. Okay, so you need to have your stop losses in place. You need to manage your positions very well. Position sizing is very important. You can start with one lot of Nifty. It won't cost you much. You can start with buying options rather than selling options. Uh, yeah, that is how you can uh, practice. And once you start getting results, and once you are practiced well enough, then you can see how you want to use it further. So the next phase, guys, you can again clearly see. Let me delete this. Yeah. So when was the dark moon? Dark moon, the new moon was on 20th Feb. Next full moon is on 7th March. So 20th Feb to 7th March. So 7th March, again, I guess the markets were closed. So we can check out 8th of March. The point I'm making is, can you see a downswing? Can you see a huge correction? Now, if you want to talk in terms of percentage, this correction, if I take from top to top, or yeah, this is the correction. The deepest correction was around 4%. Guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can make 4% returns in 7 days. That was the possibility. You could have shorted, or you could have purchased put options, or you could have sold call options. 4% is, guys, a big thing. It's a big movement. If you're able to position size yourself properly, then you can really make good returns over here. What am I using? Am I using fancy stuff? No, I'm simply using uh, moon phases, right? Now, I don't want to make a long video. I don't want to stretch this too much. You can just go through the entire year. Yes, sometimes it doesn't work, but most of the times you will see that market kind of corrects itself from the no moon night. The no moon day, the no moon night, it corrects itself. It can be 0.5%, 1%, doesn't matter. And from the full moon day up to the next no moon, the market tops up. This much knowledge is enough for you to make decent returns from Nifty or Bank Nifty or whatever instrument you choose to. I'm not promising you anything. Again, I have to say this because when people see things working out well in the markets, they put their entire money over there. They forget about risk management, greed and fear. Again, it's a game of greed and fear. So don't be too greedy and don't be too fearful. Uh, Try to be as emotionless as possible when you are trading the markets, and that will happen only when you manage your stakes properly. Okay, do your position sizing properly. Now the next no moon night, 21st March. Yes, this was 21st. Sorry, let's start for the April, 20th April, right? This was 20th April to 5th May. 20th April to 5th of May, right? Again, it's an upswing. Okay, this time it's not working. Stop loss. Your stop loss will hit. No problem. My stop loss will hit maybe over here, right? Then because I also need to show you when it doesn't work. So out of 5, 1 or 2 times it won't work. And that is where risk management comes into picture. So when it works, out of 5 times, it works for 3 times, you can make a lot of money over there. There's a possibility. Okay, if you're able to keep tight stop losses, if you're afraid of losses, keep tight stop losses. It's okay to be thrown out of the market because of a stop loss rather than losing your entire capital. All right. Again, over here on 19th of May, it was a new moon, right? This is 19th of May, new moon. Again, small correction after that. Market coming down. Then it was a full moon on 5th June, 4th June. Yeah, 4th June, the market was closed. So directly on 5th June, from 5th June till the next no moon, 5th June, that is 4th June till 18th June. So 4th June till 18th June. Okay, a huge upswing. The idea again is Nifty tops on the new moon and it bottoms down on a full moon day. So what I'm trying to demonstrate is out of 5 times, maybe once it can fail, maybe twice it can fail, but for 3 times it works successfully, and you can really position size yourself well there. When it works, you can increase your position size and you can capture the entire profit. Again over here, dark moon, market collapsing. Then from full moon to the dark moon, it goes up. From the dark moon, it again comes down. This cycle continues. Look at this guy. Look at this. Full moon, 31st August. Let me check the exact date. Full moon, 31st August. Yes, you can see 31st August, full moon. And see what happens. From 31st August, boom, till 15th of September. Was 15th September a new moon? Yeah, 15th September. So from 31st of August to 15th September, you could have rode this entire wave. This whole wave you could have captured. Look at the number of points you can capture here. Okay, I'm taking from low to low. Almost 5%. 5% is no joke when it comes to Nifty. And if you're using the leverage, which I don't recommend for the beginners, but if you're already good at trading options and futures, then 4-5% swing in Nifty is a big deal. Again, don't be greedy. I'm not promising you heavens. I'm not promising you 5%, 10%, 50%, 100% returns per day. Okay, that's utter nonsense. Don't fall into that trap. Be conservative when you trade, but look at the opportunity that the market gives you. You should learn to capitalize on the opportunities which markets give you rather than crying over spilt milk, rather than crying over somebody else's losses or your own losses. Markets always gives you the second chance. Okay, so if you position size yourself, if you put the right stop loss, if you manage your capital, guys, you can ride this wave very well. Next, again, you can see over here, I'll show you for the entire year. Okay, look at this, the latest one. The latest one, it was an eclipse. Now, on some other day, I will make a video on eclipses because W.D. Gann, the mathematician that I was talking about right at the beginning of the video, he did a lot of research on the connection between the eclipses and the stock market cycles. And it works globally. It's not that it works only on Nifty, Bank Nifty. It works on any indices across the world. It works on Dow Jones. It works on DAX. It works on any exchange. It works on any index across the world. That is what is called as the fractal. Now I'm going a little bit into physics. Okay, so if you research about fractal patterns, okay, you'll get to learn more on this, why it works uniformly so well. Okay, many of you might ask, how can it work on Nifty as well as on DAX or as well as on FTSE or any NASDAQ or on any on Dow Jones? How come these things work on all the indices? So for that you need to go a little bit into physics and check what are fractal patterns. You can actually see fractal patterns even in nature. You can see flowers. You can see a lot of fossils and such stuff. You can see these patterns at many different places. Okay, so if you are curious enough, if you're a curious soul, do your own research about fractal patterns, how they work, and yeah, so you can do your own research and let me know how it goes. Now, the latest one was on 14th of October. Now, 14th October was an eclipse as well as a new moon. Eclipses happen on new moon. So you can see what happened from 14th of June, 14th of October, I'm sorry. But 14th of October, the markets were closed. So we have to check from 16th. So market has topped, right? That's the rule. Market tops on the new moon, plus it was an eclipse. And from there, you can see the markets have continuously fallen down. Just imagine you could have, with one lot of put option, how much money you could have made. Again, this video or whatever I'm saying is not to make you greedy and start going into futures and options and position yourself in the markets just on the basis of the moon phases. Please don't do that. If you are if you're inclined to do that, stop the video immediately and delete it. Okay, and unsubscribe, whatever. But I don't want you to be misguided. I don't want you to learn things in the wrong way and learn the wrong stuff. Okay, so I will keep on warning you that learn things properly, practice them well on paper, do your own research, and if you have decided to actually practice it and actually stake your money in the markets, please do it with appropriate stop losses and position size yourself. Okay, greed is a big enemy in the markets. Okay, you have to be very careful about being greedy. Now, you must have heard only 5% people make money in the stock markets. Yes, because 95% people can't manage their greed. It's not about talent, it's not about knowledge, it's not about these things. Anyone can, like I have shared something with you now. Now it's a part of your knowledge bank. But whether you will be able to use this, whether you will be able to successfully make money out of it, now that is the work that you need to do on your psyche, on your mind. So if you're able to have good control on your fear and greed, or your reactions to fear and greed, then guys, I can say and I can share from my experience, you can make decent returns. Okay, I'm not promising you heavens. I'm just saying you can make decent returns. So guys, that's it from my end. I hope you will learn things with the right perspective. And please do your own research for all the past years. Do the back testing properly. Do the back testing on Bank Nifty. Use this is the free platform, tradingview.com. So you don't have to purchase any software or anything like that. But if you're a professional trader, then you can go for things like AMI Broker and all. Okay, but they are all paid software. They are very expensive softwares. But you don't need them. You can simply use tradingview.com, and that much is enough. Okay, to begin with. So guys, thank you very much. I hope this video will definitely add to your knowledge bank. I've done this video very casually. In fact, I'm not prepared for it at all. I've just it was there at the back of my mind for many days now. So I just thought of uh, recording it and putting it along. So thank you so much. Next time I'll do my best to come up with more such videos. Thank you.